Today in New York City, elite 16 and under talent from around the world take center stage. Welcome to the Barclays Center in Brooklyn for the 8th annual Jordan Brand Classic International Game. JBC Black takes on JBC White. Slipping to the hole, Obiagu no.
Giordano very impressive here in the first 3 minutes of this basketball game. The nice passing, the ball screens, and now has knocked down his second shot.
He's got 5 to lead all scorers. JBC Black up 9-2. Fouled on a 3.
Bounces right off the defender and the beautiful drop step off the spin for the lay-in. But Dave, to your point, these guys they've settled down. They're more relaxed. The nerves are out. But the great thing is when they're working on their perimeter skill set, even guys that might get to that size, and you could end up seeing a guy like Dirk Nowitzki or Boris Diaw, 6'9", 6'10", 6'11", that can handle the ball at the forward spot like a guard. Shoot the ball from the perimeter.
Louis Hachimura gives JBC White the lead for the first time with a nice mid-range J. Hachimura, a bit of an interesting story. A Japanese mother. His father is from Benin, a small country in Africa. He led all scorers at the FIBA U17 World Championships.
Well, let's see if Jordan Black can get back on track on the offensive end. They got their first group in there, and that should be a backcourt violation. Ball was not deflected. Excellent call by the official. And that's a hard shot. Going to the right for a right-hander to shoot a step back going to his strong hand is much tougher than going to the other way. And then the excellent use of the screen there on the other end by the Turkish guard beats him as he comes down and knocks down the three-point shot.
Santos in attack mode. That was his heat check. ABC Black coach Kyle Maneri was part of that group to select the 10 Europeans, and then 10 more from the other parts of the world are selected for this game. Great ball movement and an open 3. Invitational game, international game, I beg your pardon. Oscar Cal, an open look, inside out for 3.
Perfect action right there, excellently executed.
Kawe blocked with 7 on the timer. Cal knocks it down, his second 3 in this quarter.
Well, both of those guys working well together with contracts already.
Third chance here for JBC Black. They pulled to within 6. Cal blocked, too much dribbling. Chasing it out of bounds, and JBC White gets it back. Morandi with numbers. Got challenged.
Morandi should have gave that basketball up.
A lob, extra pass. Hachimura no with 6 seconds to go. It gets deflected up to the rim.
White comes back from the offensive end. It's a nice kick out on the inside out action. Once again, Oscar Cal knocking down the 3. The footwork there, the block shot, and then the recognition. Oscar Cal knocking down his second of 2 threes in the first half.
Miles, you said it very early. This is not your typical all-star game. Both teams playing great defense. After 7 in the first half. The teams, though, combining for just 1 of 14 from the floor here in the third. Saunders going to the basket, and good on-ball defense.
Playing almost too much one-on-one here in the third quarter. Need to move the basketball, get it side to side, try to make JBC Black work on the defensive end.
Yiskovic forced it up. Sheet 2 was stripped, gets it back underneath to tie it at 35. Unselfish play underneath, and the lead right back to JBC White. Saunders finding the cutting Hachimura.
Excellent job by Saunders in drawing the defense that time and then delivering that pass perfectly to Hachimura.
Off the miss, JBC White looking to run. Hachimura again.
Back-to-back transition opportunities for JBC White. There you see the nice pass, the unselfishness, and then you love the 2-foot power layup by Hachimura and the finish. This game that you cannot gamble on. Beatum's already shown that he can knock down three-point shot, makes another one for JBC White.
Kawe in the paint through contact. Morandi. No good. 3:51, crunch time. That's Hachimura with the follow. And JBC White with a 2-point lead gets the rock back.
But David, you see 2 possessions of zone, 2 3-point shots, no penetration by JBC Black against the zone. You got to get into the gaps of the zone, then kick out and shoot the 3.
HAOTIAN with the dribble. Bayo bending in. HAOTIAN to the rack for 2. Dissecting the defense to get to the rim. Fair. Expect them to be used down the stretch, and a couple of good rack attacks for either side.
Well, you like by HAOTIAN getting nice and low.
Moritas controlling it for JBC White. HAOTIAN had the last bucket. This time feeding for a look to Hachimura, and he's fouled.
I like the patience by HAOTIAN right there. Didn't force the action. Hachimura from Japan, as you mentioned earlier, was a baseball player growing up, and literally we're talking to one of the Nike representatives, and he said Rui stands for base.
So in the final 2 minutes after a timeout, the ball gets advanced into the front court, and a tie game.
3-point shot.
A chance for JBC White to break the tie. Pons lets it rip for 3. They'll have it in the front court, and another look at the last bucket for JBC White.
Well, see, it's perfectly executed as HAOTIAN draws the defender there. Simi Shutu with the overhelp careers, and this is a starting point for maybe some long-lasting friendships.
Catch and shoot, and it gets lodged between the rim and the backboard, and it goes to JBC White. Many of these players have already seen each other in the U16 European Championships. And as Miles said, we see each other again in the future. HAOTIAN to the rim. That might just do it for JBC White.
And as I mentioned, he's been the best penetrator in this basketball game. This time, takes it himself when there's no help.
A block down to Bayo, throws it up, too strong. He has it with 14 seconds. Giordano on the drive.
Out of bounds.
It is back to JBC White with 7.7 on the clock.
But Bai HAOTIAN makes the 2 biggest plays of the game. The previous possession, the drive and dish for the 3. And this time you don't come and help. And the little up and under through the shot blocker.
JBC White to dribble it out. And a victory in the 8th annual Jordan Brand International game. They were able to hold on even though JBC Black tied it late in the 4th quarter.
Really exciting game.
This is a game of next versus next, and there's a very good chance that one of these 20 kids that we saw today will be the next household name in the world of basketball. ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.